fishing for some trout. What is up? What is up? What's up, Big Mike? I'm just about to cast out. I got 3 light rods out here. 2-pound test. Little size 12 salmon egg hooks. Some floating power bait kind of floating off the bottom. What's up, George Ray? Sorry for the wind. It's freezing. It's actually snowing for the first time of the year. I did not see snow in the forecast. I'm in Missouri, in case anyone's wondering. And I'm about to cast out and see if we can get on some trout. They were just stocked the other day. I'm in a little pond or lake or whatever you want to call it. See if I can get on a bite. And I might end up keeping some to go home and grill. So windy. So the hardest thing to contend with today, hardest 2 things, will be the cold, just because, you know, it's cold, it sucks, and the wind. The wind is going to make it hard for you guys to hear me and hard for me to see if I get a bite, because trout will just barely bend that rod tip sometimes. And they're all moving right now because of the wind. So it's going to be hard for me to tell when I actually get a bite. Let's see who all is in the house. We got Big Mike, George Ray, Local Life, what's up? Doing some rainbow trout fishing. It is snowing right now, man. What temperature is it over there? I didn't check the temp, but I think the high today was 40. We got cold out of nowhere. So I can't tell if I'm getting bites or not. These rods are just constantly bouncing. So I guess I gotta wait for an action. I might miss some of the lighter ones. Fishing with power bait, 2-pound line, a little weight, and a foot or 2 leader. I'm gonna float that power bait off the bottom. We got orange and chartreuse out right now, and I've got some pink power bait as well. Hit that like button if you haven't. Hopefully we get some more people in here. I know it's not a convenient time to go live. A lot of people are probably working today. I had the day off. I drove up about 2.5 hours just now from Springfield, Missouri, and now I'm here close to Kansas City, Missouri. I saw they stocked on Thursday, and I've seen at least 1 or 2 people catch trout and post them onto FishBrain out of this lake already. And so I'm expecting to get into some today. They stock them right off this dock here, either off this side or off the other side. There's a little gate that opens up here. And so since it's so early in the stock, I might have better luck just dropping the power bait straight down rather than casting out. And so maybe at some point I'll try that. They also recently stocked smaller channel cats in here. So I thought about bringing some worms, but I totally forgot. So I might come out and do another stream tomorrow at this same spot if it's not claimed by someone else. And I'll probably go buy some worms and bring them tomorrow. I could bring a rod with a little heavier of line and put worms on it, little bigger hooks, and try to target the channel cats while I'm trout fishing as well. I'd be very surprised if I don't get bit out here. I've had days out here where I caught well over 30 trout last year. So I can't tell if that's a bite or that's just the wind. Let's see. 70 degrees there? Dang. So the other day it was in the 60s in here and in Springfield. And it just dropped. Like in the last 2 days we got hit with a big old cold front. And so I honestly expected to already be getting bad now. It's usually so good out here. I'm guessing you guys probably don't get any trout stocked out there where you're at. There's a video someone posted. There's a hole in the dock right here. Someone was just dropping spoons, I think, down there, and just getting them. There's still probably some hiding under. At some point, I might try drop it straight down. And I did bring jigs and spinners, but I have to take this whole rig off and tie them on. These are all rigged up for power bait. What's up, Fishing with Modog? It's snowing here in Missouri, man. And I'm trout fishing right now. No bites yet. We've only been going for 8 minutes. I'm expecting the first bite to come pretty soon. If it doesn't, I'll be very surprised. There's another lake in the next town over, more of a pond. It's pretty small. It's even smaller than this one. And it's also tomorrow for a few hours in the morning. And maybe the early afternoon. There we go. We got a bite. We got a fish. What I was going to say is I'll be fishing tomorrow as well. It's so windy. It's so windy. It's literally always windy at this lake. Well, we got our first fish on. 9 minutes in. I've only been fishing for about 6 minutes. The other couple minutes was set up. So that's actually not a trout. That's a tiny little channel cat. Oh. Wow. So I will be keeping a couple trout to cook up, but this channel cat definitely doesn't make the cut to bring home to cook. Got my rig all tangled up already. How'd you manage that, bud? I'll have to re-rig this thing because of you. How'd you do that to me? I don't understand how you've done this to me, bud. Alright, what's going on here? I'll try to get whatever's going on figured out. And I'll show you guys this fish, but I'm so tangled up. I'm not even funny right now. I can't tell which way it's tangled. This sucks. Oh boy. I got it. Okay. Oh. So trout fishing, I caught a tiny little channel cat on power bait and a size 12 hook. I'm just hoping he doesn't break my leader. All wrapped up on him. So there's first catch of the day. Captain of the itty bitty kitty committee right there. What's up, Tina Ladybug? Not a trout, not what we're going for, but I'll take a multi-species day. We're gonna call him Senor Whiskers. He wanted the power bait. So about 6 to 8 minutes into fishing out here for some trout, I caught a channel cat. Just as I was saying, they just stocked channel cats not that long ago, and they stocked mostly ones like this. So that's definitely not an eater. I know some people would get some fillets off that. I could definitely cut some fillets off this, but to me, it's not worth it. He's small. I'm gonna let him go, let him grow. You gonna try to catch some crappie tomorrow? Awesome local life. What are you gonna be using for the crappie? Using jigs? And then what type of rod are you using as well? I'm gonna go ahead and take a picture of this little dude and let him go. Oh, I can't take a picture because I'm using my phone. All right, well, I'll hold him up to the phone, and we'll take this shot. This is a tiny little pond, like a neighborhood pond, fishing with Modog in near Kansas City, Missouri. It's not a famous lake. Where's this guy? So, all right, one catfish and no trout so far. We're gonna get re-rigged up. In case you weren't in here when I explained what I'm using. And yes, my hands are freezing. Absolutely. And at some point, I'll have to check these other rods to see if my power bait's still on there. But I've got these Lose rods. They're like $49 for the combo. They're light rods. 6 foot, I think. Then we got little, what do you call that? Egg weight, barrel weight, whatever you want to call that. And to a clip. This is 2 pound line. It's so windy. We got about a 1 or 2 foot leader on there, and then a tiny little size 12 salmon egg hook that we're fishing power bait. So that catfish took orange power bait. We're gonna cast back out. Try to get a trout this time and try to get something I can keep. What's up, Brandon Rips Lips? I can't see half the chat for some reason because my phone's being stupid. Yeah, this phone's being kind of dumb, so I can see some of the chat, not all. And I think I'm just going to leave it at that angle. Gripping and Ripping said, hey, what's up, man? Good luck out there. I'm stuck behind the computer and super jealous. I'm freezing. My hands are cold. It's snowing right now. I just caught my first fish a few minutes into the stream. Why is my phone doing this? My phone is literally making it so I can't see half the screen. I've never had to do this before. I don't understand. I guess we're rolling with it. I can't see how far we are into the stream. I can't even see my own name. I don't know why my phone's doing this. It never does this. I don't get it. We're just gonna roll with it. Oh, my hands are cold. New comments? Why is it being like that? Like I said, that catfish just took power bait. Just took some orange power bait. So I'm gonna try to go till 5 p.m. my time, which is I can't even check the time. Oh, it's 2:25. So I'm trying to go for 2.5 hours, but my hands might freeze before then. So just an orange piece of floating trout power bait, which trout is what I'm going for out here. And I caught that little baby kitty. Just a little kitty cat. It is so cold fishing with Modog. Still working, watching the live. Awesome. Yeah, I didn't think I'd get too many people in here today because it's the middle of the workday. What's up, Sam the Fish Kid, aka Backyard Boy? So we got trout stocked, Sam, and I should fish them like you do in your thing, in your videos at what is it called? I forget what those ponds are called. Kay's Pond, something like that. Kaysville. I don't know what they're called, but those ponds where you fish for the stock trout, and you just drop them straight down. I should probably just drop one straight down and see if the trout are down there. I've caught one fish so far, and it was a catfish. So if you want to go back to about 8.5 minutes into the stream, that's when I caught that one. Just let it go. It wasn't big enough to keep. So one catfish is 0 trout already, which is surprising. I thought I'd at least have a couple trout bites by now. It's so windy out here. It's not even So I'm getting caught on something down there, but I might just drop one straight down and give it a couple of minutes. See if there's any trout there. And then in a few minutes, if I don't get a bite on that one that's directly down, I'll probably recast all these rods out and check on the power bait, since the catfish are stealing my bait today. Usually I feel like people get their bait stolen by little fish while they're fishing for catfish. Today, the catfish are the one stealing my bait while I'm going for trout. But they just got stocked. Maybe they need a couple more days to settle in and spread out before they start feeding. But I know people have caught at least a couple out of this lake already. So I expect to catch a few today. I'll either be back out here tomorrow or back at another location tomorrow. That'll probably be in the morning till about noon or so. My girlfriend works tomorrow. I know, gross, working on a Saturday. And when she gets off, I'm going to go over to her house and hopefully have some keeper trout to grill up for her and her family. But before then, I'm just going to fish for some more. Kaysville ponds. I knew it was something like that. Yeah, you guys just drop them straight down. You use what? Corn? Maybe worms? I don't know if you use power bait, but seems like dropping straight down isn't working today. But then again, throwing it out there isn't working. I don't want to switch the camera all around because it already took another face plant. If you guys were watching that live stream last year where my bone face planted, it's already done that once today at the beginning of the stream. But there is I guess I'll try to show you. There's a hole right there in the dock. And so I was thinking about dropping some straight down there because they're probably hiding under this dock since this is where they were stocked. But I'm not sure if I'm going to do that or not. I'll attempt to do that before I leave at some point. Let's see if you guys can see all the rods. Not really. There. You can see all the rods except for the one my big old head's blocking. What's up, slinging rods fishing? It's cold. It's snowing a little bit of snow flurries. Out here fishing for trout. I've caught one channel cat already. I let it go. It wasn't very big. If I catch some trout, I'm going to keep a few. I should say when I catch some trout, I'll keep a few. What up, IL Fishing? Anybody else come in here? I'm retired watching the kiddos all the time when I can't fish. This works for me. Well, I hope to get some action for you, Modog, and the rest of the people in here. Man, it's windy. It's just going to be hard for me to tell when I'm getting a bite because it's so windy. I'm sure the audio sounds like crap. My rod's going? Is it? I don't think it is. I think it's just the wind. Which rod, Modog? Unless you're just cranking. I might have missed one. Let me know if I missed one. Hey, Molly, aren't you supposed to be at work right now? So, Molly, I'm going to fish here until about 5 and then head home because you should be at my house around 5:30. Is that correct? No, just kidding. You're mean, man. You're playing with my emotions now. Molly, it is snowing. You weren't lying. It's cold. I caught a catfish, Molly. Go to the 8.5 minute mark and I catch a little channel cat. It's 2:31. I'm gonna get 4 more minutes and I'm gonna recast these rods. See if I need to put new power bait on. Throw this one a little further out. The wind's gonna make it look like my rods are going the whole time. You're killing me, Hoda. I'm playing with every one of my emotions right now. We got 8 people in the stream. Give it a thumbs up. Thumbs up attracts the fish. At least that's what I heard. So hit that thumbs up button if you're happy. I'm trying to double down and record this on the GoPro while I'm recording, so I can have some footage for later. But I'm gonna forget I'm recording on the GoPro, and I'm not gonna get good footage on it. So we'll see if I can maybe salvage anything, a little short video or something. What I can't believe is I've got the whole lake to myself. I know it's freezing, so that's probably playing a big part. And people are at work. There was one guy walking his dogs around, and that's it. I expected to have some competition out on this dock. You need to go finish school. You'll be back in a bit. Man, that's fine. I get it. What's up, Mandora Explorer? Dude, it's cold. The high today is 40. We got snow flurries. They kind of stopped, but they were coming down towards the beginning. It's so windy, so I apologize for the audio. I've got one channel cat already, and I'm waiting for the trout to decide to bite. So here in a few more minutes, I'm going to recast my rods. And hopefully, when I recast them, I'm casting right in front of some hungry trout. The straight down one. What's up, Rocco? Laugh channel? What do you mean by the straight down one? I'm doing good, Mandora. If you guys haven't checked out Mandora Explorer, and there's a mod in here, someone share his link. He does some awesome videos. He does definitely do some fishing, but he does, I guess you'd say, herping as well, where he goes around and tries to identify and capture reptiles, amphibians, stuff like that, and get little videos of them on camera. And then he does other, outside content, exploring nature and wildlife type content as well. He's awesome, dude. And I always enjoy seeing his content. So, do you like the GoPro? What's your guys' favorite camera for best views? I like this, the hat mount. It's not comfortable on your head, but I like that first-person view rather than the chest mount, which just gets your hands moving. However, fishing for bass and stuff and working a lot of baits is kind of helpful sometimes to see that angle. So I have the chest mount, but I usually use the hat mount. I also like either having a tripod for my GoPro to get the full third-person view, or bringing another person with you, and then they have a GoPro on their head as well, and you can get some of that third-person view that way and upload both. I don't usually have a cameraman. I had a camera woman last weekend. We went fishing for trout in the White River. I caught browns, cutthroat, and rainbow, and those were wild fish. And my girlfriend was helping me film some of that. So hopefully that footage will be good. I think this is a fire. I can't tell if I got a bite or if I'm snagged. I think I'm snagged. I was snagged. This is like the weediest, grassiest pond. You got to find a place to cast where you don't get caught immediately. I'll just recast these now. All right, sorry for the audio. It's so windy. I'm going to recast these and I'll get back to you in a second. Did you guys notice how my hoodie matches my boots? And matches the color of the power. Look at that. Everything's like a chartreuse, like a highlighter yellow. Oh my goodness. This is the second time this rig has been all tangled up. So I really don't want to have to retie it. So whatever's going on needs to stop. What is going on? don't understand. It is so tangled. It is so impossible tangled. This one's got chartreuse in the middle. The left one will have orange. And then we'll see if I need to put a new one on the right. I guess that one's a little too far. That 2-pound line just, especially on these light rods. Oh, I'm stuck in the weeds on this one too. All these weeds are rough. We'll try a second chartreuse this time. So 2 chartreuses and an orange. I got pink as well. I might bust out in a little bit. So these middle 2 rods have, one of them has a bunch of line tied around it. The other one has, I don't even know, it looks like a crusty rubber band tied around it. I'm going to get a zip tie or something for this third one because can't really see it that well. But that one right there, it's just leaning on the railing. I like it at a little lower angle. I can see the bite a lot better. And I like them all to be in line. So I might bring a zip tie out here tomorrow if I remember. Because if I put all the rods at the same angle, it makes it easier to see when there's a bite. Let's see. Drop it in the hole. At some point I will. I can't film those rods while I'm filming myself dropping it in the hole, though. But maybe next time I pull one out, I'll drop a bait down in the hole in the dock and see if they want to hit it. Dude, I'd take another channel cat at this point. No problem, Mandora. Sam's a big head mount guy. That's Backyard Boy TV. If you guys haven't picked him up, you definitely should. Another advantage to Caseville Pond, no weeds at all. This is all weeds. It's the other lake that is stocked for rainbows is worse. I will be pulling out like, I'll think I have fish all the time, and it'll be like 5 pounds a week. I'll think I have a monster trout, and it's just vegetation. They're both horrible, and they don't do anything about them. Some people have suggested stocking grass carp, but you know that's a win-lose situation. The other IL fishing is here. What is up? Still haven't caught another fish. Still got the one. I think we're about 20 minutes into the stream. I still got one catfish and no trout. I didn't think out here trout fishing would get one catfish and no trout. There's plenty of time. If you guys go watch some of my live streams from last year fishing for trout, there was some where I caught 14 or more fish on those. And I've had days out here where I caught over 30. I think one day I got the footage of it. I was fishing out here during a hailstorm and there was a tornado warning. And lightning was coming down. I shouldn't have been on a metal dock. Terrible idea. But I caught at least 30 or 40. I might have broke 50 that day. I caught so many. So at some point out here, we're going to get on some good action. Whether it's today, whether it's a couple weeks from now. This dock is usually on fire, though. And then one of my last trout videos, fishing against my friends, a little friendly competition, is from on the bank right by this dock. And the only reason we didn't fish the dock that day is because there were catfishermen up here on the dock. I'll try to watch the rod and not watch the chat, but I'll keep checking what y'all are saying. My girlfriend texted me and said, "Don't freeze your butt off." She was in here for a second. Your lunch just ended. Got to go home. All right, well, you better tune back in, Sam. Oh, GoPro died. I don't know why it died. It said it was like too cold or something. The battery's not even dead. I don't know what that was. Let's see what it says. I'm gonna have to change batteries. I think this one froze. I'm not sure how many trout they stock, but I think it's a few hundred. And then they're gonna stock at least one more time. It's November. I don't think they stock again until January, but I think they're gonna stock January and March. I'll have to look it up. But they stock at least twice, if not three times. It's Kansas City's winter stocking program with the Missouri Department of Conservation. Ah, battery low. Yeah, so it's frozen. The battery's at 30% and it keeps dying. So if you're still in here, Laugh Channel, GoPros are okay, but they also kind of suck. If it gets too hot, they overheat. If it gets too cold, the batteries die. If you turn them off, that's when you get your bites. So I'm fully expecting a bite while this thing is turned off. Oh, my hands are so frozen. I've already got one dead battery. I don't know how that got it. I thought I had charged all my batteries up. Man, I can't believe I'm not getting more bites, though. I might try casting even closer to the dock. And I might have missed some looking at you guys. Let me know if you really think I missed one. But it's hard with the wind, which has died down for a second. So hopefully I can deal with the cold, but when it's cold and windy, whew. All right, this one's at 94%. If it turns off in a couple minutes, I'll know it's too cold to film. Which I don't get. I filmed last year so many times for trout during the winter, and it wasn't doing this stupid crap. GoPros frustrate the hell out of me, says Carpin. I agree. Oh, everybody Carpin said he wants everyone to call him Jer Bear from now on. So if you could call him Jer Bear, that'd be great. That's his new nickname. He's fully embraced it. I don't know why he wants to be called that, but we got to respect it and we got to call him Jer Bear, okay? Pete the Fisherman from Fishbrain, what's up? Wish me luck, Pete the Fisherman. Hit that like button. Maybe that'll entice some fishies to come bite. If you go to the 8.5 minute mark on here, I caught a catfish. Tangled me up pretty good, but there's literally a trout right near the bank right there. Anyway, I caught a catfish and now I'm fishing for trout. Well, I was fishing for trout the whole time. But a catfish decided to bite my trout power bait. What else we got? What else we got? What else we got? Is it good trout fishing there all year? No, it's not. This lake, you can catch trout until about April, maybe into May, and then the trout fishing gets almost impossible because most of them die because it'll be 90 degrees and the trout can't live in there. So they just stock them for the winter, which is interesting. Now, there are some rivers in Missouri that do have trout populations and that do get stocked year-round. But there are rivers that are spring-fed or fed from the dam. Maybe you guys can see it's snowing right now. The snow has picked back up, barely. So there are some places I can trout fish year-round, just not at these stocked lakes. This is purely a late fall, winter, and early spring thing. And I live 2.5 hours away from here, so only on weekends when I come down here to visit my family will I be able to fish for trout. But I'm going to try to almost every time I come down. So hopefully throughout this winter I'll have plenty of trout fishing live streams for you guys. And I don't like to make promises, but I pretty much promise that most of them will be more action-packed than that. You guys were rolling with me last year. You guys saw plenty of streams where I caught well over 10, maybe even 20 fish in the live stream. Fishing the exact same way I am right now from the exact same spot. And I'll stream at the other lake also. I got a pretty good spot there. I'm just guessing that trout haven't spread out that much from being stocked. They might be hiding under the dock or right around the shallows here. Or they're just not hungry right now because they just got stocked and they're spooked. But I'm definitely expecting to catch a few today. I was hoping to catch my limit today, which is like 4. I was hoping to at least get 4. Laugh Channel's from Colorado, and they fish there year-round. Yeah, so in Colorado, I've only caught 2 species of fish. I've got Brown trout, I lost some rainbows out there, but I caught brown trout out of the creeks, which was awesome. And I caught lake trout out of a lake out there. You missed your GoPro 4, got an 8, and now it blows. It just dies all the time. I got the 9. It's the same thing. It just literally always dies. It always dies, whether it's cold, whether it's hot. The batteries will die when there's still 25% on them, even on a perfect day. But I did slow today, so I'll just hang out with you guys and hope I get bit. Let's see. Oh, I'm way behind. Pete wants to get a GoPro. Yeah, I don't know what I recommend. Maybe a GoPro 7? I don't know. The 9s are cool if you could deal with the frustration of dying all the time. The best thing to do is get an external power pack and have them plugged into that, and then have extra batteries you can switch out with. But on a real hot day, a real sunny day, or a real cold day, the batteries are just going to die a lot. It's minorly frustrating. Pete said, I liked and sub. Thank you. We tried to say hook set instead of sub in here, but you're all good. So Pete hook set the channel. Thank you. Thanks, Sunfish the Care Bear. Yo, Chair Bear. Yes. Sorry I couldn't attend your live on Tuesday. It was 9:30 where I was, and it was a school night. Yeah, I don't go live until about 8:30 at night, just because Tuesdays I don't get off until 7. I don't get home until 7:30, and then after dinner I can't stream until 8:30. But I usually go till at least midnight or so. I've been doing about 5-hour live streams the last couple of weeks. My record live stream just sitting there talking is over 7 hours, and my record live stream fishing is 10.5 hours. So I don't go the longest, but I'm known for like marathon live streams. The Hero White 7 is the easiest to deal with. Yeah, I've heard the Hero 7s are good. Hero 8 and 9 have more issues. But I mean, I like my GoPro Hero 9. It's the black one, obviously. But all types of battery issues. Never caught a Laker? Yeah, it was Williams Fork Reservoir. If you remember, was it 2020 when there was that big fire there? I was fishing while the fire was going on. So I had the whole lake to myself. We were dropping big jigs down to 60 to 120 feet. And they were tipped with suckerfish meat. But my biggest one was only 3 pounds, maybe a little less. So no monster Laker. And I fished a spinnerbait out there, 2 spinnerbaits actually for a while. And I had 2 big, like trophy big pike follow them, but they never committed. Broke my dang heart. I didn't even want to catch the first one. I got close to the boat and it looked like an alligator. I was like, I don't want that. It was huge. I don't know how I would have dealt with that. We didn't have a net big enough. Throw one closer to the shore. If I throw it closer to the shore, it's that way, and you guys won't be able to see it. Plus, I can't because it's all weeds over there. It'll immediately get caught and break off. I could throw it a little closer to the dock. But yeah, I don't think they've gotten out that deep yet. I think you got a good point. So, in a few minutes when I recast them again, I won't cast them out too far. I'll try to keep them fairly close. But trust me, here in a couple of weeks, this is where I'll be smashing them. I'll be catching 10, 20, 30 when I come out here. So the only fish so far has been a catfish. What's up, NKR? At 8 or 8.5 minutes in, if you want to see some actual action, I caught a catfish. And then hopefully going forward, I'll catch some more trout. Maybe even some more channel cats, who knows. But yeah, Modog, when I recast, I'll throw it closer to the dock. But I can't throw it closer to the shore because I'd have to throw it that way. And I can try to turn around, but it won't work too well. And then it's nothing but weeds over there. So the fish may be swimming around in the weeds, but I can't cast into them. Sometimes I will come out here with a spinner and some jigs, like an inline spinner for trout, stuff like that. But I don't live stream when I do that. I will try to film on the GoPro, but I don't live stream. So you can definitely catch them that way. But when they're really biting, I catch so many on power bait like that. And I might drop one in the hole here in a second and see. Ding ding, hook set. Yeah, I don't have the bell with me. Ding ding. Thanks, Laugh Channel, for ding dinging for me. NKR, hit that like button if you haven't. Sorry about the audio. It's a little windy. I got 2 more hours, a little over 2 hours. Just about 2 hours and 10 minutes from right now. And try to get 4 rainbow trout at least right now. There's somebody walking over there. I don't know if they're getting ready to fish or not. It looks like they have some gear with them, so they may be fishing. But yeah, not really biting right now. I got some jigs and spinners with me. I'd have to retie a whole rig on to use those. I'm definitely considering it. I might do that tomorrow. The day they stocked, someone was catching them right under the dock. So there's a hole in the dock I could drop in, but my test was dropping one right outside, which is 4 feet from that little hole in the dock. So you would think if they were swimming around the dock, they would have went for that one piece of power bait that I dropped. So what is it? 252. I might give it 8 more minutes and then recast. A little slow today. I was expecting a better bite, but maybe tomorrow they'll be biting a little more. Oh, there's someone fishing over there now. We got a couple people showing up. What's up, Sunfish King? The weekend is here. It is, man. It is. So I'll be fishing today a little bit. I'll be fishing tomorrow a little bit. And then probably not fishing Sunday. But I'm hoping to catch. I told my girlfriend, and she told her family to prepare for a trout dinner tomorrow. So I've got to get at least 4 before dinner for that, so I can grill them up for her family. Otherwise, I don't know what I'll do. Go to the store and buy some trout and tell them I caught it. I just didn't think it'd be an issue. I thought I'd easy catch at least 4 today and at least 4 tomorrow. Kind of blowing my mind that I haven't caught one. And the battery's dying quick. It's down to 80 already. I think the cold has a lot to do with that. No, you're fine, Modog. It's not your bad. I appreciate the suggestions. It's just like as I walked up, every year I realize the weeds are just getting worse and worse. No one's doing anything about them. So there's weeds like coming out of the water, pretty much over there near the shore, and I can't cast them. I'll break off, and I hate retying these rigs as it is, but with cold fingers, it's gonna be a nightmare. That might be when you finally hear the Sunfish King cuss on a live stream. When I have to keep retying rigs with frozen fingers. Oh, you guys do have a little view of the fountain over there. Yeah, the fountain's going. Are brookies invasive? Yeah, we don't have brookies here at all. I don't know if you mean like here, but yeah, we don't have brook trout at all. I would have loved to catch one last time I was in Colorado. The part I was fishing the heck is that river called? I think it's just the Colorado River. Yeah, I was fishing the Colorado River, running near Interstate 40 from about Granby down to Hot Sulphur Springs along that stretch of river. And apparently it's like 90% browns and a couple rainbows. They've stocked a few rainbows recently, but I know a few years back they lost like almost their entire rainbow population due to I don't know what it was. Oh, the whortling disease or whatever it's called. And then the lake I fished, Williams Fork, they had char or salmon, one of the two. I think char maybe. I don't know. They lost them all those due to gill mites, and like their entire population is gone. So 2 fish on my list to catch out there were gone. There's something swimming right near the shore there, but I just cannot cast out there. I don't even think I could rip an inline spinner through there. I think it'd get all gummed up with weeds and algae immediately. I'll tell you what, Modog, before I do cast back out, for like 1 minute, I'll drop one in the hole there, but I don't know if I can reposition my camera so you guys. I'll try. I got 12 ding dings. What do you mean? 12 likes on it? One of these days out here, I'll have more fish on my line than likes on the video. You know, I have a curse when I'm out here trout fishing. The days where I'm not catching anything, I get like 10, 20 people in my streams. And the days when I'm catching a lot of fish, I have like 3 people in the stream. I don't understand that. Today's a little different. I got 6 people and not catching much at all. So if you got to see that catfish, you were lucky because apparently it's a slow day. And I was so excited for this day. For the first day I got to fish these stock trout. I did not expect to bite this thing. I think it's just the wind. So it wouldn't work on a windy day like this, but tell me if anyone knows what I'm talking about. What I used to do is I would pull some line down between the guides on the rod, and I'd put a bobber on it. And that way, if it goes up, you can see that there's a fish swimming away, and if it drops down, the fish is coming back to it. So that's how I used to determine if I got a bite. And it worked really well if I'd go and pee real quick and come back, or have to run to the car real quick, and I just leave my line out. If I came back and the bobber was on the ground or it was all the way up, there's definitely a fish on it, or it had been. But now I just trust myself to watch those rod tips. I think I'm doing a fairly good job of it today. They're just not bending as much as I was. I'm not giving up though. I still am pretty sure that I'm gonna at least catch one rainbow today. Yeah, somebody's fishing on the other side. And someone's fishing. We got 2 fishermen out here besides me. So let's see. You're going back to work, gonna keep the video playing and tune in when you can, tight lines. Thank you, Laugh Channel. 12 likes, awesome. What up, Josh? How's it going, man? Yeah, Josh, I'm fishing for rainbows right now. Has Harrison had any more success on the rainbows? Because when I talked to him earlier in the year, dude couldn't catch a rainbow to save his life, which I apparently can't either today. But I tried to give him some advice. I was going to make a how to catch rainbow trout video for him. I think I filmed it and never put it out. I might still have that stuff, but it's so old it'd probably be like unprofessional at this point compared to my other stuff. But yeah, I definitely remember you, Josh. I'm out here fishing for rainbows. I've got 1 catfish today on power bait, which is interesting. I lost it with COVID. I don't think fish can get COVID. You might be onto something. Maybe all the fish in this lake have masks on, and that's why they're not biting it. They all got the Modog gaiters. They're trying to bite, but they just can't get their mouth. That's what I'm gonna go with. It's not my fault. It's the fish's fault. I think we're about 30 minutes into the stream right now. My screen is cutting off, so I can't see the exact time, but I think we're at the 29:42. That's what I would get. About 30 minutes in, and I've only got 1 catfish, and it was not big enough to keep. I could have got some meat from it, but not worth it. I let it go, and I'm gonna let it grow. Bodog says LMAO. I can still pop your guys' comments up on the screen, but then I can't see them when I do that. All right, I'm gonna recast these. So Modog, just for you. Let's see if you guys can see this little hole here. Ugh. This is when I'll get a bite on my other rods. I'll drop 1 or 2 down this hole for a second. So we'll leave these ones in here for like a second or 2. And then I'll cast back out where I was. Bunch of weeds and moss on my hook. Gross. No sign of my power bait there. Oh, it's so much gross weeds and moss on it. Oh. My phalanges are frozen. All right, so if I catch a fish out of this hole, it's sponsored by Modog. So shallow right now. I'll leave these here for like 3 minutes and then cast back out the other way. So trout are cold water fish, but yesterday was like 60 degrees and today the high is 40. So it dropped like 30 degrees in one day. So I'm guessing even the trout are like confused by the drop and not feeding as much. That's my guess, is the cold front still affected them. If I don't catch them, there's none in the lake. I'd like to go with that excuse, but I know they're in here. Oh, we can go with that. We can go with there's none in the lake. Is that a bite? Yeah, that's a bite. Yep, Modog, you were right. No! Everything but trout. This is my first ever time catching a bluegill on trout power bait. Look at that. At least that's one fish for the pot. Cold water bluegill is good. Ah! Modog just wanted me to catch something. I thought it was going to be a trout. So we are 34 minutes into this stream. Fishing for trout, I've caught a catfish and a bluegill, and this one's just barely eater size, so I'll go ahead and keep that. I got something to cook now. Worst case scenario, I come back in the morning with worms and drop them in this hole and catch some dang bluegill. Well, we got something. Hey, Gordon Ramsay, I just unblocked you or else you wouldn't be able to come in here. I had you blocked from the last time you were in my stream. Stock trout are low IQ. I tried going for big bluegill once and caught a trout. Well, I'm going for big trout and I caught a bluegill, so tell me how that works. Disappointed. Oh, you thought it was like a giant bluegill. But yeah, so this bluegill, guys, is sponsored by Fishing with Modog. So go check out Fishing with Modog's channel. At least I got one fish now. I'll put the power bait back in there and leave it for a second. And then I'm going to try to claim. Someone else is pulling up here, though. So if they try to claim my spot over there, I'm not going to be happy. What's up, Alvin Lewis? And the crowd goes wild. Modog, Modog. Hopefully these people don't come on this dock, or else I'm going to have to reclaim my spot real quick. So today we've caught a channel cat and a bluegill. I'm trying to catch some dang trout. Oh, I might have just broke my rig off. I just got tangled up in my own nonsense. That one looks like it's getting a bite. Yeah, it is. Hold on. I'm so tangled up in my own line right now. I'm missing it. It's a trout! Photo! Oh, but how do I net it? This is 2-pound line. I can't reach down with the net. I can't get it. I cannot get it to save my life. If you guys just, no, you didn't. Okay. Oh. Finally, 3 species today. This is all you, Modog. That's a good keeper trout too. So Finally got a trout. Got a bluegill and a catfish, and finally got a dang trout. All on power bait. Power bait catches them all, apparently. I'm so tangled up, though. Stop it, trout. Stop it, trout. Knock it off. I'm so tangled. Oh, I'm so tangled. Okay. I'll show you guys the fish here in a second. What power bait are you using? I'm using unscented. I don't like the... We lost sound? God dang it. What do you mean we lost sound? Well, I don't know what to tell you. Apparently we lost sound. It's freaking irritating. Oh, you've gotta be kidding me. No! My life is in shambles right now. This is miserable. Got a bluegill, or a trout, whatever it is. Hold on. We're having all types of problems. Oh my lord, I'm gonna have to redo this entire thing. You hear me? Okay, good. Apparently my dad's just dumb, and he's saying we lost sound. Can you guys hear me? Can you hear me? Let me know if you guys can hear me, because apparently we got some people saying we lost sound, some people saying we didn't. I'm gonna have to redo this rig. Every time I catch a fish, it screws up. I'm having all types of issues out here. 13 people, what's up? So I've caught one trout, one catfish, and one bluegill, and I'm having a struggle fest. I'm not at all sure what's going on. This is not going well. Oh, I got no idea what the heck the deal is today. Okay. All right, people can hear me. I don't know why people are telling me we lost sound. Oh, we're going to keep fishing this little hole here. So what I'm going to attempt to do, I'm going to drop back down in this hole and then work on fixing this rig here. So Modog's got the idea. Usually casting out that way kills it. So anyway, caught a catfish, caught a bluegill, finally caught a rainbow. And it's snowing again. No. So we're gonna watch for a bite on that one. We're gonna cast out or drop out my other one. That's orange power bait. All right, 3 fish. One orange power bait down, one chartreuse power bait down. We've caught a catfish, which I let go, and then got a bluegill on power bait right there. So we're gonna keep that. And we got a rainbow on power bait. Not huge, but definitely big enough to keep it neat. There's actually no length limit out here. You can keep 4 any size. And so I'm gonna have to fix my rig once I get these fish on a stringer. And these last 2 fish are sponsored by Modog, because he told me to drop in this hole here instead of casting out. And if the bite goes cold in this little hole, then I'll go back to casting out. I'm trying to tell if that one's getting a bite or it's just Coming up, bluegill. Two fish. Man, it's cold. Okay. I'm gonna try. Let's see if you were saying in the chat. There actually might be a bite on that one. Yeah? No? Maybe not. Let's get caught up in the chat here. Check my GoPro battery. Fix my third rig. I actually bent my hook somehow, so I have to redo everything. Let's see who all is in the house. Mo dog, says Laugh Channel. Molly says woohoo. Molly, I finally got some fish for your family. I'll at least cook them up, one bluegill and one trout. I'll be back out here tomorrow if I don't get. Well, either way, I'll be back out here tomorrow. Nice sandwich, yeah. That trout's gonna get grilled up. The bluegill's not gonna be much meat, but it'll probably get grilled up as well, unless I happen to catch like more bluegills, and I might fry them up. Back to work, says Laugh Channel. Carpenter, everyone can say they can hear me. What's up? Auburn Fisherman, what's up? You guys go check out the Auburn Fisherman if you haven't, guys. Share links if you can. Auburn Fisherman was live with me for like 4 hours out of my live stream the other night. So I appreciate you hanging out, and we found out a little bit more about you and your channel, and that was a lot of fun. If you're just tuning in, I'm fishing with power bait out here. I was casting out in my normal spot, and I caught a catfish right away. And then I had a while where I wasn't getting any bites at all. And so Modog told me to drop in this hole right here in the dock. He's never been to this lake. That was just him telling me to drop in the hole. We got a fisherman. We got another fisherman showing up, seeing what damage they can do. If you see him over there catching a bunch of fish, then I just suck. But I dropped down in this hole where Modog told me to, and I caught a bluegill right away, and then just caught a rainbow. And that rainbow messed up my rig pretty bad. So while we watch these rods, I'm going to rig this one up and drop it down in the hole. And we might give it another 10, 15 minutes to drop down in that hole before I go back to casting out that way and seeing if I can get on them again. Local Life said, hey to Molly. That's the Sunfish Queen right there. Can only stay for a little bit. Okay. Nice fish, bro. Thank you. It's going to be a good dinner. Gordon Ramsay said the power went out at school. You saw the wire explode on the way to school, and you have no school now. Well, that sucks, but at least you're out of class. Have they stocked your guys' ponds yet out there? Nice, Gordon said IL fishing. I'm not going to expose Gordon Ramsay's true identity today. All I'll say is that I know who it is, and Fish Slayer Freshwater knows who it is. But it is not Fish Slayer. It is not who you're thinking. That fireball on the wire was better than missing school. That's insane. All right, I'm going to try to re-rig this. So, unfortunately, it looks like my hook is bent out. I don't know whether to try to fix the hook or put another hook on. And there's a knot tied in the leader, so I really don't feel like tying a new leader, though. Let's see if I can fix this hook. I can't even show you guys the hook. Now it's in my shirt. Now it's in my pants. That's the hook. That is not how that's supposed to look right there. It stopped snowing. The wind isn't as heavy, so those are all good things. So I got the hook fixed. There's a knot in this, and I'm worried about it breaking, but I guess I'll try it again. Hope I don't break a leader on a fish. So I'm just going to have to retie this. Ow, I'm stuck in my own knee. Hopefully those weren't the only two fish hanging out under the dock, Modog. But hey, it's better than what I was catching in the other spot. We'll give it a little more time, and I might go back to fishing that other spot. But holy crap. My fingers do not work, so I'm really hoping I don't have to keep retying rigs. Because I almost can't right now. I mean, my fingers are frozen. I thought about bringing gloves out here to Kansas City, but I didn't. So all my gloves are in Springfield. So there's a chance I'll buy some gloves tomorrow morning if I go buy some worms. Because it seems like the warm water fish like catfish and bluegill are still biting. So I could definitely drop one rod with worms tomorrow. And worms catch trout as well, so that's always an option. So we are fixed after hooking myself several times. Still got 12 awesome people in here. Hit that like button if you haven't. Oh, I forgot to put the weight on. I got to retie that. I hate myself right now. That's depressing. That is absolutely depressing. Ah, gotta put the weight back on. I gotta tie it all over again with my frozen fingers. No. Oh man, my fingers are so froze. They're just slipping. Let's see. Keep it in your pants. What, the hook? I don't want the hook in my pants. Oh, I hate life. Oh my god. Oh my god. This hook is getting in everything. Literally everything. Oh, this is a nightmare on Elm Street. Somehow some of my tension got super tight. Dude, this hook is getting in literally everything. I have zero dexterity. My fingers are frozen. My fingers are frozen. I can almost about to give up on stringing this rod. Oh, my fingers are frozen. My fingers are absolutely frozen. Let's see. Wait, what happened to your account? The other account was your school account. The school banned us from comments and stuff, so you have to use this account now. You're just gonna be Gordon Ramsay from now on. Well, you can make another account with your name. You don't have to be Gordon Ramsay forever. Okay, buddy, gotta go. Mama got here with food. Yum, yum, yum. All right, enjoy your food. If you can come back, awesome. If you can't, that's fine too. So if you guys haven't checked out Fishing with Modog, go check out the channel. A lot of bass fishing on there. Trying to grow his channel a little bit. I'm gonna drop back down in this hole for it's 3:10, so I'll drop down until about 3:30, and if I don't get any bites, then I'll go back to casting out to the front. Looks pretty bright. You should try a silvery white spinner. The thing is, these three rods are all rigged up right now, and I do have at least I believe I have one silver spinner and a bunch of gold ones, and it's not bright at all. It's completely overcast out here, but I could drop a spinner straight down and fish it up a little bit, or even fish it maybe along the bank. There's just a lot of weeds, so I can't fish a spinner right now with these. I'd have to re-rig something up. That looks like a bite. Come on now. I could have swore that was a bite. Anyway, I got spinners. I might fish them tomorrow, but if I'm fishing spinners, it won't be on a live stream. So I'll fish about 10, 15 more minutes in this hole, and I'll go back to casting where I caught that catfish at the beginning. Hopefully there's some trout out there. This one has chartreuse on it. I'm just hoping the wind doesn't knock my dang camera over. One rod out with chartreuse. Oh, we got a bite on this one for sure. Dang it! And now we got a horrible tangle. I missed something. That one's got chartreuse. This one has orange. I just missed a bite on it. And we'll see what this third one has on it. This one has chartreuse. It looks like a fish even tried to bite it. It's all messed up, but I'll drop that one down. So we got two in there with chartreuse, one with orange. What's up, catfish wrangler? We are fish. Catfish wrangler, you missed the catfish I caught. If you want to see it, go about 8.5 minutes in. I got a catfish on power bait. Fishing for trout out here. We got orange power bait on one of these rods. Chartreuse power bait on the other two rods. I just missed a bite on the orange, but it didn't take my power bait. So what I'm gonna do, it's 3:24. I might fish till about 3:40 in this hole right here. And if I don't get any more bites, then I'll go throw back out where I started. And you guys can't really see the other rods, but I don't know what to do about that. My big head's in the way. Miss B, thanks for dropping in, saying hi, hitting that like and everything. Local Life said, what's up, catfish wrangler? So I missed one or two bites. Landed a catfish and I threw it back. Landed a decent bluegill and a nice rainbow trout. They're both on the stringer right now. So let me know if my audio cuts out. I don't think it ever did. I just think my dad came in and told me my audio was out, and I don't think he knows what he's talking about. That's just like old man not knowing how to use a phone type of deal, I think. No offense to the old man in here. Let's see. 11 people, that's what's up. Hopefully we can fish something else out of this little hole here. I'm going to give it 15 minutes. We're an hour and 15 into the stream. If I don't get anything out in the next 15 minutes, then I'm going to cast out where I was before. Probably, I keep seeing the rods bend a little bit, but I think it's there's a guy over there talking on the phone. He said he's fishing a trout magnet. He's got everything but trout on it. That's kind of like me fishing with trout power bait. I did catch one trout, but I also got a catfish and a blue. Which, if the catfish was bigger, I could have kept it, cooked it up. I'm on a mission to catch some fish for dinner tomorrow night. But I'll be back out tomorrow, probably streaming and definitely fishing. Mark my words, if you guys have never seen me fish from this dock right here, by the end of this winter, you will have, if you've been in my live streams, you will have seen over 100 fish easy caught from this dock. It's normally action-packed. I'm normally catching a fish every 10 minutes or less when I'm fishing out of this dock. you don't believe me, go look at some of my live stream trout fishing from last year where I'm out on this dock, and you'll see what I'm talking about. And I got some really good video footage on this dock as well. I lost a lot of it because I've lost a lot of footage just from just stupid stuff, breaking SD cards, having them get unplugged, losing power, stuff like that. But I've got a lot of footage on my external hard drive. When I finally get around to it, I will edit and upload a lot of that footage. It's trout stuff, carp stuff, gar, bass, which is smallmouth and largemouth, and other stuff. That footage will all see the light of day eventually. Go home, Miss B. We have docks like this in Oklahoma, but they're enclosed with heaters and air conditioning. It keeps the wind out too. There's one covered and heated, even though it's frozen, heated dock that I know of in Kansas. And I might be there this winter catching some crappie. My Kansas Kansas fishing license expired, so I'll have to rebuy that. And then pretty soon I'm going to have to buy my trout license again here from Missouri. They're all expensive, but if I do want to go crappie fishing in the winter off that dock, I'll make a video there. I got one fish from there. I got one fish all day. My buddy caught one all day. It was so fun. People get into catfish, white bass, crappie, largemouth, all off that dock right there. So maybe I'll go there at some point. Just waiting for another bite. If I don't get one, I'm going back to fishing where I started. Got 3 fish so far. If you guys are just tuning in, it's a multi-species day for sure. I caught a little baby catfish. He was the commander. He was the president. He was the executive of the itty bitty, tiny little cat. And then I caught a bluegill, which was not a big one, but good enough to eat. And then I caught a pretty nice rainbow trout as well. So before the stream's over and I leave, I'll show you guys my haul, which I did throw the catfish back. But I've got the bluegill and the trout on a stringer right now. Waiting for some sort of sign from these rods here that the fish are still under this dock. And if I don't get that, like I said, I'll go back to casting out where I was, which is where I usually slay it. It's just been slow today, and I think it dropped 30 degrees overnight, so I think that has a lot to do with it. So make sure to hit that like button if you haven't, guys. I'm going to stay out here and freeze my butt off for another hour and a half. And I'll be probably back out of this location tomorrow, or I'll be fishing another location tomorrow where I'll be fishing from the bank. I won't be on a dock. I'll just be sitting on the bank, freezing my butt off there, trying to catch some trout. I think that's just the wind moving that rod. I think all these rods. So cold, so windy. And I should have brought one of my little, they're terrible, my little micro light rods with the jig on it. I can just be jigging right here. This is cold. Usually the power bank kills it. I don't know what's going on today. Catch my limit, that's fine. If I freeze my butt off and I don't catch that many fish, it's still fine. It's still fishing. I'd rather be here fishing than being at work or anything. I was hoping to catch a few more trout for you guys. That's why I live stream. Can you just hear by that wind how cold it is? It is so dang cold. I can't check the temperature, but it's officially cold as heck out. wish I brought a warmer jacket. This jacket may look all warm and fuzzy, but it's not like well insulated. It's good for chilly days, but not for cold days. And I have some snowboarding jackets that I should have brought. And you'll definitely see me wearing those later in the season. Oh, we got to play it. Oh, that's a nice trout. That's actually a real good looking fish. It's actually a real good looking fish. Look at that one. I'm gonna eat this one, so don't worry about my handling. Look at that color. I don't know. The quality isn't great. Oh, it's milking. We got trout milk coming out. That's a little gross. It's milking on my backpack. That's a beautiful fish. That's a thing of beauty right there. And it just became a problem. Now it's all tangled up. I normally don't get tangled like this. I don't care what the deal is today. I really don't. Oh. All right. Let's get this bad boy unhooked. Really dropping under the dock. Oh, my hands are so cold. Fish on, said local life. Yeah, we got a good one. It's good looking. We got blood and trout milk everywhere. It's gross. This entire dock is just covered in freaking trout juice. You're gross. It's a good looking fish right there for sure. I'd take a picture if I had my phone, but it's streaming. All right, so here, guys, I'm gonna put this one on the stringer as well. 2 trout, a bluegill, and a catfish. It's a multi-species day out here for sure. That's a nice one. That's a nice looking fish. Thanks, local life. Two trout and a bluegill on the stringer. Ow. Just got spined by the bluegill too, spiky little devils. Oh, we got a fish on both at once. We're doubling up. No way. Ah, it came off. No, they both came off. No. No. Why did I go for the other one? I had another trail. Oh, and I've got no lines out. This entire rig just broke off. That's depressing in a lot of different ways. Oh, sadness. We're going to get reset up here and redeem ourselves. I just missed 2 fish and broke a whole rig off. These hands are frozen. Oh, that's so sad. So sad. Oh, I almost just doubled up and ended up with nothing. Sadness. Absolute sadness. So one fish came off in the weed, and the other one, my whole rig broke off. But I was doubling up, and I should have just reeled in the one. Oh, I'll have to change fuel pro batteries in a second too. Nightmare out here. My hands are 100% froze. I don't know what to do with them. I don't know what to do with these hands. My power bait is frozen. I can't even mold it. Oh, so cold. I cannot. Oh, we got a bite. We got a bite. We got a bite. We got a bite. No! That was on the orange. Oh, fresh. Oh, that one was on the orange power bait. Oh, fresh. I don't see any fish when I look down here. Oh, fresh. Let's see what the people are saying. You know what's for supper? Not very many trout, apparently. I can't eat the seaweed I'm catching. These hands are frozen. All right, orange on that one. Just missed another bite, so I missed the last three. So we're at the point where I gotta redeem myself. Now this is pink on here. First time I'm using pink all day. And I've got to completely tie a new rig with frozen hands on my other rod. But I feel like I might be seeing something going on right there. Oh my goodness. Oh. Anyway, guys, lost the last three fish. Had a fish on. I could see it. It was flashed on the top. It was a trout. Had another fish on that line at the same time. That fish got caught in a weed and came off. And then the fish I was holding, I don't know what happened, but the whole rig broke. So I've got to redo a whole rig with frozen fingers. And then I just missed a bite on the order right after putting it out. So now that one has pink power bait on it. This one has orange power bait on it. I thought I saw that one getting a little nibble, but I can't be sure. The line's really not moving. And then I'm going to have to re-rig this whole other one. It happens to all of us. Oh, I know. It's fishing, man. Back in the day, I would have gotten real upset about something like that. You hear me getting animated and you go, oh, that's just me. I'm dramatic. I'm definitely not upset. Like, it is what it is. The only thing I'm upset about is the fact that my rig broke off and now there's probably a little bit of line and a weight in the water. That's the only thing that upsets me. You know, I don't like littering and stuff like that if I can help it. Not good for the fish down there. So while you guys help me wash my rod, I know it's hard to see. I'm gonna have to redo this entire rig here. So for anyone just tuning in or who hasn't seen my rig, I'm using a real light rod. This is 2-pound line. And I'm gonna put a weight on here and then tie a swivel. And I'm gonna get another like 2 foot long, 1.5 foot long length of 2-pound line. And I'm gonna tie that onto the swivel. I'm gonna tie that onto a size 12 gold salmon egg hook. And we're going to get this third one cast out, if possible. Hopefully, before I can even get it set up, we get another bite on one of those two. Because this right here under the dock seems to be the active spot. Later on in the season, there'll still be some fish around the dock, but you'll see me catch a lot as I cast out the other way, where I was casting this morning. So first I got to find a weight, and then I got to find a swivel. Or actually, kind of just find them both at once. I like these little gold swivels, and I don't normally use the clip swivels, but it's all I could find. I normally use the ones where you can easily tie to either side. But the clip swivels work fine. You can still tie to the clip side. It's just not quite as ideal. That could be why it broke, but I doubt it because the whole thing broke off. It didn't just break the leader off. Anyway, I'm watching for a bite. I think the wind's playing tricks on me with this one. Now I gotta find a weight. This is the weight I'll use. It is a gosh dang GoPro. Alright, never mind. Guess I'm changing the GoPro batteries out. That's okay. I'll get them all charged up tonight. I'll be back out here tomorrow, guys. So if anyone's not doing anything in the morning tomorrow, I'll be out here streaming again tomorrow. My goal is to wake up early and come out and stream. I've been getting terrible sleep all week, so I don't know if I can. I don't know if I can get up too early. I'll try, but I'll be out here in the morning till about noon, maybe even like 2 or 3. Just depends when my girl gets off work. The latest she'll work is 4, so, and I'll have to be at her house, or I want to be at her house when she gets home. I'll probably go till about noon, 1, maybe 2 tomorrow, from whatever time I start, which hopefully it's 9 or earlier. We'll see. So getting the GoPro. Coastal Fever, what's up? Let me give you a rundown of what's gone on. Besides the fact that my GoPro keeps dying because it's cold. So Coastal Fever, I know you are in, I'm guessing you're in Florida right now, because that's where you're from, right? I'm assuming you're from Florida. This GoPro, this one battery I just put in is already down to 60%. Okay, so yesterday was in the 60s. Today it's in the 30s, the high is 40. It is snowed today for the first time this year. Thursday they stocked rainbow trout. So I'm out here fishing for rainbow trout with power bait. When I started this stream, I was throwing a little bit out from the dock and fishing for rainbow trout. And then Fishing with Modog was in here, another YouTuber, and he told me to just drop down under the dock. He's never been here, but I was talking about the fact that the fish are probably stacked under the dock. So he said may as well just drop under there. Before I did that, about 8 minutes in, 8.5 minutes in, you can go back and watch the replay if you want, I caught a little channel cat, just a little channel cat, on power bait fishing for trout on a tiny little hook. It was pretty interesting. Too small, let it go. I'm trying to keep some trout out here. Didn't get a bite for 30 minutes. So then I dropped down in this hole like Modog told me. I'm going to call from Kansas right now. I don't have time to answer your call. So I dropped my power bait, a couple different colors. I got pink, orange, and chartreuse, like the color of the hoodie I'm wearing. And I dropped them down in this hole and immediately got a bite. I was like, oh, a trout. No, it was a bluegill. But it was a decent bluegill, and I'm going to go ahead and keep that one. There's plenty of bluegills in this lake. Then, shortly after, I caught a rainbow. And then maybe 10, 15 minutes later, oh, my GoPro is done. It's too cold. My GoPro keeps dying today. I want to film. I really do. I'm going to try it one more time. If it dies again, there's nothing I can do. So back to the story. I caught another nice rainbow trout right when I was talking about casting somewhere else besides this hole because I thought the bite was getting slow. And then you just missed some incredible sadness. I doubled up. Both my rods went at once. I had a nice rainbow. I was going to net it, and then I saw my other rod go. So now I was trying to do some stupid stuff and catch them both at once. One fish got off in the weeds, and the other fish somehow broke my rig, so I have to re-rig this one down here. So I got 2 out right now. I'm going to get this third one out once I get it re-rigged. going to be hard because my hands are frozen. I'm trying to film some with the GoPro, but it keeps dying. I think I'm going to give up on it after this. So I've caught a channel cat, a bluegill, 2 trout, and then I've missed several bites and then lost 2 trout, like back to back. And so the last 3 bites I've gotten, I've missed. So now I'm in like, I got to redeem myself category. Yeah, coastal's in South Florida. Mine dies because it's hot, and then mine dies because it's cold. There's no winning with these GoPros. I got the Hero 9. If you guys haven't checked out Coastal Fever, though, you should check out that channel. I think I'm getting a bite. Nope. Just the wind. So I've got a pink floating power bait and an orange floating power bait out right now. And like I said, guys, if I got any mods in here, drop Coastal Fever link. If not, just search Coastal Fever TV. It'll be the first channel that pops up. So bass fishing. Recently, you were catching some snakeheads and some other species like that, right? Oh. So I'm using light rods. These are light loose rods. They're loose combos. They're only like $49. I've got 2-pound line, so that could be why my rig broke. But the rainbow trout, even the stocked ones that are kind of stupid, they can see the line and they're less likely to bite. And so then I'm slipping on a little 1/8 ounce. Sometimes I use a 1/4 ounce. This is one of the two. It's so old and weathered you can't see the number on it, but it's either 1/8 ounce or a 1/4 ounce. Might be a 1/4. Little egg weight, egg sinker. And then I'm putting a little gold swivel on there. And the hardest part is going to be tying all these knots. I got to tie 1 knot to the gold swivel. I'm going to just do an improved clinch knot. And then I'm going to break off like a 2-foot long piece of 2-pound mono, which I'm using, I think I'm using Maxima. That's my favorite. It's super hard to see, at least by the fish. Yeah, my hands are cold, so this is not easy. And so I'm going to break off like a 2-foot leader, and I'm going to tie it onto the swivel. So that's 1 knot down. And then I'm going to tie on the hook, which is I'm going to use a gold size 12 salmon egg hook. Until I run out of those, then I have some slightly bigger ones. But I like the size 12. And so I got to get a leader going right now. Hopefully I don't miss any more bites. I got line sticking out my backpack. I'm trying to shove it in. These hands are frozen. Yeah, bullseye, snakehead, and peacock bass. Oh, yeah, peacock bass. Yeah, man, I'm jealous. Peacock bass are awesome. I would love to catch one. I would love to catch me a peacock. You gotta go down to like southern Florida, right, to catch those. Obviously, they got them in South America too. I know a lot of people will go to South America to catch them. I might be getting a bite. I can't tell if that's a bite or the wind. I'm just gonna assume wind. I'll assume that's the wind. This is like the only time I hope I'm not getting a bite, because I got some really hard to see 2-pound line in my hand, and I don't want to lose this piece. Oh. So I gotta tie this on to my swivel. Just keep dropping straight down. And I'm just gonna fish here for a while. There's a chance I'll cast back out into the lake where I was before. But the only 2 trout of the day have come from this hole. Caught a bluegill in this hole. The only fish I caught out there was a channel cat. And this is all on power bait. All on trout power bait. And I've caught channel cats on trout power bait before. I might have caught a bluegill on trout power bait before, but it's definitely one of the first times I've ever done that. I don't know if I'm gonna get this knot tied though. That's my problem. My hands are so impossibly cold right now, and it's so windy. It's just blowing my line everywhere. But yeah, frozen. I am trying. Let's see what I can do. Oh, these hands. These hands are so cold. Literally just unusable. They're numb. So let's get that through. If I pull it tight, that'll be a clinch knot, and I want an improved clinch knot, so I'm gonna try to go back through. Sweet, got that tied. So now I just gotta get the hook on. Ah, struggling today with this wind. So for the hook, like I said, size 12 salmon egg in gold. The trout seem to, I don't know if they can't see the gold or if they don't mind it, but the gold hook seems to not scare them as much. And I know at a stock trout river before, I've literally caught trout on just blank, plain gold hooks. These might be size 12. These ones actually might be a little bigger than the ones I was using. So they're 10 at the most, though. So I'm going to get it tied on and then check all my rods. What's up, Modog? Say hello, Mrs. Modog. What? The wife is sitting here shaking her head at me for watching you fish live. Hey. If I catch some more fish, hopefully she'll see. It can be somewhat entertaining. Fishing with Modog, mine is doing the same thing, LOL. And so I'm just fishing until my girlfriend gets off work and comes over to my parents' house, which is like 10 minutes from here. And so I got to go before she gets there. And we're going out for a meal tonight. I believe we're getting Mexican, which I can always put down some Mexican food. Get a lot of chips and queso, and I don't know what else. Maybe some tacos, something. I like the seafood from Mexican places. I really like shrimp dishes and stuff like that. But that's the goal tonight. And then warming up my hands is the other goal because my hands are frozen right now. Modog, check out Coastal Fever if you haven't, and vice versa. You guys check out each other's channels. You guys both catch some bass, so maybe you guys will like each other's content. So Modog, you were gone for a little bit. I caught another trout, so I got two trout and a bluegill. I doubled up on two trout at once, and I lost them both. And I broke my rig, so that's why I'm retying a rig right now. But as you can see, I'm still fishing in the spot you put. Obviously, it's producing at least somewhat. Oh, so I think that rig is ready to go. I don't know if I can tie another one on. If I break another one, I might just leave it. My hands are completely frozen. So we got a pink power bait, an orange power bait, and I'm going to put a chartreuse power bait on this one. So we'll get them all dropped out and see what's going on. I hope fishing out here in this chilly weather isn't giving me a cold. I was fine this morning. Now my nose is all running. My hands are absolutely stiff. I need to just shove them in my pockets for a minute after this. We got 9 people in here. Thank you guys all for coming out. Hit that like button if you haven't. If you're not subbed, if you haven't rang the bell, consider doing that. We do all types of content on this channel. Recorded fishing videos, outdoor videos. I guess the GoPro's still going. It hasn't died again. Oh, it's being weird. Hold on. It like completely reset. I don't care about the date and time. I literally don't care about the date and time. I just don't. So I wasn't recording, which is fine. So Modog, the GoPro's died 7 more times. Anyway, we do all types of content. I do live streams where I'm just hanging out. I do interviews. I do trivia sometimes. Content creator advice and stuff like that. Live fishing, all types of stuff. All right, so I'm gonna drop this one down. Check my other 2 rods. Chartreuse power bait on here. Oh, this one has the orange power bait. Okay, so orange power bait on here. And then I guess the red power bait's on this one. I swear I was seeing a bite on it. It seems to have stopped. Power bait's still on there. All right, the GoPro died again. I'm giving up on filming. I am 100% giving up on filming. It's crappy quality because of my phone with the live stream. But if anything super exciting happens, I guess I'll just have to go pull the footage from the live stream. Screen record or something like that. I'm going to put this away. Freaking GoPros, guys. Can anyone... I guess I was going to say, can anyone relate? But I know you guys can relate because Coastal Fever said their GoPro dies when it's hot, which mine does too. It can not even be hot, just on a sunny day. Oh, but usually on a hot day, when you change out the batteries and leave it open for a second, it'll go for a little bit longer. Cold day, I don't even know if it's the batteries. Like, I kept changing the batteries. No, thing just keeps dying. So I couldn't tell you what it is. GoPros are a pain. I thought I was getting a bite. It might just be the wind. Dang it. Dang it. So I got a couple options. We'll see what you guys think. Oh, one channel cat out there, but that's the one where I had the most success with rainbows. They were recently stocked off this dock, so I think a lot of them might still be hanging out around the dock. I've caught 2 rainbows, missed 2 or 3 bites, lost 2 rainbows, and caught a bluegill from this hole right here. Issues being it's harder to net them, and obviously with 3 lines right by each other, if I catch something big, it's going to be a giant miss. But you guys let me know. Should I just keep fishing this hole for the rest of my time? I got 1 hour before I leave. Should I just fish this hole for an hour? Or should I leave them here for another, 10, 15 minutes and then go back to casting them out in the lake? Let me know what you guys are thinking. Coastal Fever just hook set fishing with Modog. Thanks, Coastal Fever. That's awesome. If this was a Sunfish King live stream, I'd be ringing my bell right now. I don't have the bell. But ding, ding, ding. Someone type ding, ding, ding in the chat. The closest we got to my little bell. That dollar store bell has lasted me a couple years. That one keeps looking like it's getting a bite, but I think it's just the wind. That's got the orange power bait, which was one of the best colors for trout, in my experience. I gotta put these hands in my pocket. Woo! Thanks. Fishing with Modog will set you back. Ding ding, Coastal Fever. Coastal Fever put a bunch of bell emojis. Ding 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 ding. Thank you guys. I like when people are checking each other's channels out. People are growing. I've got several people to 1,000 on my live streams. Like Daddy Duck, I got him to 1,000 on my live stream. A couple other people I got to 1,000 on my live stream. Angling Spiders, I got them to 1,000 on my live stream. And then all types of other milestones. I've got people to 50, 100, 300, 500, all types of stuff like that. But that's always cool, especially when they actually go and watch the videos and like them and comment. And those subscriptions stick and YouTube doesn't take them back. I know after Snatcher's live stream last night, I had like 886 or 887 hook sets, and I woke up this morning and I was down to like 880. I'd lost like 8 overnight. So I don't know what it is right now. I'd guess 880, 881, something like that. But YouTube's crazy. They do the same thing with views on my live stream. When I ended my live stream on Tuesday, I had like 245 views and 65 likes. I woke up the next day with 219 views and 57 likes. And then over time, people went and watched the replay. Now it's back up to 250 something views. And over 60. YouTube's crazy. That's all I'm trying to do. I'm freezing. Coastal Fever's closing in on 500. Yeah, you deserve every one of those. You make great videos, great content. So you deserve 500 and more for sure. I'm already hooked set. If anyone out here is hooked set, go help them out and check out the channel. I'm closing in on 900 right now. But I'm more than that. I know I can get the other 100 or so and get to 1,000. What I'm more concerned about is getting those watch out. That might be fun. Come on. Come on. No, I swear. I swear. This one is just playing tricks on me. It really is. I can't believe I lost 3 bites. I lost 2 fish and then missed a bite. Like a good one. And I said I gotta redeem myself and I haven't caught one since. So I have just under an hour, like 55 minutes out here. And I've landed 2 trout. I totally doubled up on 2 more and lost them both, which was embarrassing. I did not handle that well. I cracked under pressure. The limit is 4, and so I want to catch and keep 2 more. So my goal, it's not that much to ask. In the next 55 minutes is catching 2 more trout. Hopefully I catch even more than that. But for me to redeem myself, I need to catch another fish and not miss the dang bite, because 3 in a row is kind of depressing, especially when I snapped my whole rig off and had to retie that. I'm hoping I didn't freeze my dang fingers off enough. Modog's at 52. Awesome. Yay, thanks, Coastal. You're welcome. Appreciate that, Sunfish King, for sure. For sure. I'm just hoping to show you guys some more fish. It's been a multi-species day with catfish, sunfish, and trout. It's just the numbers that are lacking. The quality's there. Both my trout that I landed were pretty nice. I gotta put my backpack down on this tripod. If you go watch the beginning of this live stream, it wasn't 2-3 minutes in. The whole camera face planted on the dock, and I hope my phone's all right. That's what I'm filming with in my phone. That is the second official time that has happened in the Sunfish King trout live stream. Last year, it was a day I ended up catching a lot of trout. It was a good day. I think I caught 14, 15 that day. But like halfway through, it got real windy. My phone just went whack. And it's funny to watch. Go back and watch the live stream and see from that view what it looks like. Because you're watching me, and then all of a sudden the whole world just goes face down and everything's black. And you hear bang. It keeps looking like I'm getting a bite on that one, but I really don't think it's just the wind is really playing tricks on me, especially with that rod. Because that one's facing like directly away from the wind, so it really. Are you going to cook them? What's up, Joanne? So I let the channel catfish go. It had some meat on it, but in my opinion, not big enough to keep. It was pretty small. So I let the channel cat go. And hopefully I don't miss a bite when I show you this, but I've missed several bites, and I lost 2 trout. I doubled up. I had 2 trout at once, and I lost them both. It was real sad. But I caught 2 nice ones and landed them, and so I've got them and a bluegill on the stringer. So I'll show you that real quick. So we got these 2 trout. This one is a nice one right here, freaking big one, and then a little smaller one, still decent, right there, and then this bluegill, which is a all right size. So I'm at least grilling them up. I can only keep 4 today. Tomorrow I'll be out fishing again. So if I keep my 4 today and 4 tomorrow, that's 8. And then any bycatches, bluegills, catfish, I can keep those as well. But yeah, tomorrow night we're having grilled trout, cornbread, and I think my girlfriend's making like a green bean casserole. So I'm most excited about the trout. I'm gonna grill that up myself. So I'll put it on some foil. Put a little bit of oil on the foil. That rhymes. Put some oil on the foil. I'll drizzle some oil on the trout, and I usually put some garlic. I put some pepper. If I'm going to use like Tony's, then I use a little salt too. If I'm going to use Old Bay, I don't use salt. It's salty. Either Tony's or Old Bay, pepper, garlic, and then sometimes I'll put basil on there. If not oregano, sometimes I'll put fish. It's not very heavily seasoned. I like it. Trout tastes good. And then a lot of times I'll put lemon on it as well. So I grill those fillets up, and they're delicious. I mean, I cooked a cutthroat over last weekend from the White River. That was good. I only kept one, so I shared one with the This fish got like a little chunk or 2. It was good. So I've also smoked trout. I've pan fried it, deep fried it. I've baked trout with asparagus, with other vegetables by itself. One of the most exciting videos, if you go to my channel, you type in Sunfish King Trout Amandine. It's Amandine. Trout Amandine. That, I made a short video. I actually got 13,000 views on that video. So that made me consider just doing more cooking stuff, which I probably should. I cook fish all the time, and I never record it. I do have a video I filmed on my phone of me frying up some gar, and so I might upload that or something. But yeah, that Trout Amandine got 13,000 views. That's my most viewed video. I should probably do some more cooking stuff. When I'm at my girlfriend's house tomorrow and cooking for her family, I probably won't be recording that. But I do need to record some more cooking content. So here's what I'm thinking. It's 4:10. I'm thinking if 10 minutes go by and it gets to 4:20 and I haven't got another bite out of this hole right here, then I'm going to flip you guys around and I'm going to fish where I started from and hopefully get some fish out that way. Normally about 4 or 5 o'clock is when the bite really picks up, even though it gets dark at 5 o'clock. But especially in the spring when it starts to, like, the days get longer, 4 or 5 o'clock, when it's getting dark around 6 or 6:30, 4 or 5 is when the bite really picks up. And it could be because that's when they're active and feeding. That could also be because, also because they're active and feeding, but that could be because it could be a function of the feeding time when they get fed in the hatchery, back when they were in the hatchery. So that could be around 4 o'clock. Or it could be that's when there's a bunch of bugs hatching in the middle of the water, or that's when the bait fish that they eat, little minnows and stuff, get more active. It could be anything that drive that, and I haven't done the research to understand that. Especially, it's harder to research stock trout because they all have different conditions they were raised in as opposed to wild trout. But I know it's cold and it was snowing earlier, and the high's 40 today. But don't let that fool you. I'm in Missouri, and we really don't have wild rainbow trout. There are very few places with wild trout in Missouri, and this lake is not one of them. It only has stock trout. And so they just stocked it for the first time this year on Thursday. And they're going to to stock it probably, and that'll be it. So we'll be catching to April, possibly May. I'll probably stop fishing for around April. It gets warm and I start fishing for other stuff. This winter is going to be a lot of trout. And it's usually not going to go like this. Once they've spread out from the dock, because they just stocked the other day, once they start getting real hungry, I should be catching a lot. Yeah, should be a lot. Like I said, I've had days where I've caught well over 30. I've caught over 40 right off this dock. And a lot of times I have an audience. People come out here, they don't really know how to fish for them. Their line's too heavy, their hooks are too big. They're trying to fish with power bait, but they're not floating it, or any number of reasons. They have a big giant swivel on there attached to them. A lot of times people will be unsuccessful, and I'll show up after, it used to be after work. Now I'll only be fishing here weekends because I live 2.5 hours away. But I'll show up here when I get here, and I'll start casting out, and immediately usually start slamming trout. And everyone's watching me, and eventually someone works up the courage, and they come up, they're like, hey, when I'm recording, they're like, oh, you got a YouTube channel, stuff like that. But I normally tear it up, especially from this dock and even from the other place that I'm gonna be fishing this winter as well. I'll normally fish this dock. I got one other lake I can fish. There's actually a couple more lakes I can fish as well, but they're bigger and it's harder to find the trout. When I go out there, I usually don't live stream. I just record, and I fish with like inline spinners, like panther marks, like rooster tail, stuff like that. My pole is bouncing, says Modog. Oh, my phone's gonna die. No, 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 no. Wow, the cold is even messing with my phone. My phone said 5%. The second I plugged it in, now it says 17%. Oh, dog, I know you're just messing with me, saying my pole is bouncing. You're a trickster. Let's see. When is it really too cold to fish ponds? For trout, never. For trout, I fish. If this thing got iced over enough to ice fish, I'd punch a hole through it and ice fish. I've got 2 live streams from last winter where I actually did ice fish, so it's never too cold to fish for trout. Bass, bluegill, stuff like that. It's more when does it get too cold for the person to go out and stand it, because the bass. You guys probably know bass better than I do, but the bass go from feeding 5 to 8 times a day when it's warm to, in the winter, they might feed once every 4 or 5 days, maybe once a week, stuff like that, because everything that they eat is a lot less active, and they're conserving the energy and not using as much. They're just sitting there most of the time, so they don't need to feed as much. So catching them becomes a lot harder. And because they're conserving the energy and they're just sitting there and they're not eating as much, they're less likely to chase a big bait or a big fish, or something that they would eat that's going to take more energy to chase down or more energy to even digest. And they're not doing these calculations in their head. That's just like their adaptations. So you can catch bass when it's cold. You just have to change your technique. You fish things a little slower. You fish smaller baits. That one looks like it is bouncing. I think it's just the wind. But yeah, slower retrieve, smaller baits, things like that. A lot of people use little jerk baits, and what I'll actually do when it's cold is I'll use inline spinners like this. that rod, but I think it's just the wind. What SD card are you using in your GoPro? So the SanDisk Extreme are the best one. High quality video. 256 gigabyte, which is like a $60, $70. Well, somewhere between 50 and 70 bucks, depending on when and where you get it. SD card. And so I've broken 2 of those. And when you break those and lose 12 hours of footage, it's depressing. You should use a 64 in the cold. Why? Is there something wrong with the 256? How many total? I doubled up on 2 trout and lost them both, and then I missed several bites. So I've only landed 2, and I landed a bluegill and I landed a catfish. That's it. So hopefully next time you guys see me out here, I'll catch a lot more. I can't believe this is all I've done. It is 4:18. I'm going to give it a few more minutes, and I'm probably going to go back to fishing out that way, because they seem to not be biting right here right now. So that's my goal. 2 trout, a sunfish, and a catfish. Yeah, I missed 2 in a row. That was depressing. What out of Outdoor Jack? Thanks for coming in. It was. I said I was. Gotcha again. What's up, Great Outdoors? I'm freezing. The high today is 40. It's in the 30s. It's the first snow of the year. It's been snow flurrying all day, just lightly. I lost 2 trout, literally. It was a double up there. Both rods were the other one broke the whole rig off. I caught 2 nice trout. One of them's real nice. They're on the stringer over here. I can show you those. I caught a sunfish, which is also on my stringer, and then I caught a catfish, which I let go. And surprisingly, all that was on power bait. If you guys haven't checked out Great Outdoors Exploring, you should. It's he's got an awesome channel. Catches a lot of like little pike and stuff like that, which I've never caught a pike. That'd be awesome. But you should check out Great Outdoors Exploring's channel. Never got the notice I was live. You got your bell rung and everything? That's crazy. I'm so cold. 25 degrees in North Dakota. You need a big snow this year to get this lake down. Wind bouncing around. Oh, so cold. So now my phone is dying even though it's plugged in. So I don't know what to do about that. Hopefully it lasts the next 40 minutes, but I don't know. Apparently one of those bounces was an actual bite. I can't tell because of the wind. So something pulled my power bait clean off. And so the tough decision I'm facing right now is, should I just leave my rods in this little hole or should I go back to casting them out? I have no idea. This has definitely been the most active spot, even though, gosh, dang it. My power bait is like freezing. It will not go on the hook. And my hands are so cold I can barely maneuver it. Oh, it's so cold. So cold. I'm literally so cold. How I'm supposed to come back out here tomorrow when I didn't bring the proper gear. How cold it is. I don't have gloves. I don't have a good jacket. My socks are so thin. My toes are frozen. I am freezing. Like, I am absolutely freezing. Got orange power bait on that one, yellow on this one. Apparently I missed a bite. The wind's making it impossible to tell when I'm getting a bite. And then this rig is all jacked up. Oh, so cool. So I'll let you guys decide. Do you guys think I should keep fishing the whole here? Or do you think I should cast back into the main part? Again, most of my action has been here, but it's been slow over the last little bit. Now, it was slow for 30 minutes straight over there before I came here. All I've caught out there was a catfish. I've missed a lot of trout here, caught 2 trout here, caught a sunfish here. So let me know. Say fish the hole or fish the lake. The hole's still obviously part of the lake. But let me know if you guys think I should just keep dropping down in this hole here or if I should go back to fishing the main part of the lake. Totally up to you guys. Let's see. You're getting ready for ice season. Later, Outdoor Jack. It'll be fun because you can move all around the lake. Just need to get that auger soon. Yeah, and I don't think we'll have safe ice this year. Oh, I missed one. Oh, wow. Missing a bite is fine, but I missed it and tangled myself silly. Oh, I tangled it so bad. That's one thing I really don't like about dropping straight down. Oh, I've never tangled so bad. Such a bad tangle. Oh, see, this isn't helping. I can't even check my other rods on this. I had a little bite on this one. I missed it. I truly expected such a better bite today. But I didn't get skunked and I caught 3 species, so that's fine. Woo! I'm not catching anything but a cold right now. Oh man, this thing's plugged in and it's just not working. It says check my charger connection. It's so cold. I'm plugged into to an external power pack that's still freezing, or it's still draining my battery. It's cool. Let's see what people said. Cast out, fish the lake. Okay. What's up, NKR or Virginia Microfisher? I should say. So everyone's telling me to cast back out. I only got 30 more minutes, so I'll give it 4 minutes and wait for a bite. Then I'm gonna go back to fishing the lake because that's what everybody's saying. Maybe I should go do everything in this way. So NKR, I've got a catfish, a sunfish, 2 trout, lost 2 trout, missed several bites, and according to the vote of the people watching, after a couple more minutes, I'm going to cast out that way, back into the main lake. I think I fished this hole enough. The fish clearly aren't biting here right now. All I caught in the main part of the lake earlier was a catfish, but we'll see if there's anything out there for the last 30 minutes. This wind is just making it impossible to tell. probably missed several bites with my rods just constantly just banging the whole time. It is chilling me to the bone. I did not bring warm enough stuff. I will bring warm enough I absolutely cannot tell. All right, I'll give it 2 more minutes, and I'm going to cast back out the leg. That's what everybody's saying. Just let your fresh words back. Oh. I'm telling you, this one looks like it's getting a bite. I swear. I'm so cold. I'm so cold. Freezing. This is the coldest I've ever been in a live stream. I've live streamed way colder. I've just been more prepared. I'm so cold. My hands don't work. My toes are. Oh, and I didn't even catch my limit. If I get frostbite and catch my limit, that's fine. All right, 1 more minute. Hopefully, get a bite in this last minute. If not, I'll cast back out that way for the last third. Check my messages and see what we got going on. What's up, man? Fish, we got a catfish, a sunfish, 2 nice trout, awesome trout. I think my girlfriend's actually on her way to my house, so I should wrap it up pretty soon. She did say feel free to fish as long as you get So I'm going to go back to casting up for just a few more minutes, and then I'll wrap it up. I can't help but casting way too far with this one. I'm not trying to cast out very far at all, but it just launches. It just absolutely launches. It's light line, light rod. Oh. I don't know what angle to put this at. I really don't. And my nose is running. Why don't you try to remember to get a zip tie tomorrow when this done? Oh. All right. Let's see. Here. Good stuff. Thanks, man. Hope everything's going well with you. Woo! Where are you from again, man? A fish? Where are you living at? We'll take a wild guess and say Colorado, but I'm probably wrong. So cool. Yeah, just a fair warning, guys. I'm not going too much longer. I think my girlfriend actually is going to be at my house any minute. So I probably should be a good boyfriend. If she waits a little bit, that's fine. Especially if it means I catch another fish. But even when I get there, I still got to cut open these 3 fish that I have. And that's not very romantic, cutting open fish. Her watching me gut some fish. So I'm not gonna stay too much longer. I did what you guys said. I cast back in the main part of the lake. Hopefully, I get a bite. God, no, no, no! I had it and I lost it. No, no, no! I had one. Oh, precious. I had one. I lost it. I don't even know what color it was. I would have made it all worth it. Oh, that was a decent hit too for a trout. That big smack to the face. Oh, oh. Oh, now my hands are too cold to get this power bait on, man. Oh, please stay on. I just want to get this cast ball down. Power bait's falling off the hook. Oh no, pretty bad cast. I wanted it close, but I don't know if I wanted it close. Come on. That is really close now. Oh no, no! Brought me to my knees. Nicer spot. Make her do it. I have before. We went camping over the summer, and she had never caught trout before. And so I brought her down to the river afterwards, and I said, part of catching trout is being able to fillet them and clean them and all that stuff. She did a good job. She got almost as much meat as I would have. I expected her to hack up the first few, so I was telling her, don't feel bad if you hack them up. She did good. So if you guys didn't see, I just missed one on there. No. Oh, there's like 1,000 notifications on my phone. It's only when I fish fuel. When I just want to be left alone out here fishing, I get 1,000 texts, emails, people on YouTube saying stuff, which is great. Keep saying stuff. I just that's when I get all the notifications. I wish I'd get them, when I'm home and I can check them. It's fine. When I'm fishing, it's like I'll get to them when I can. Dang it! I can't believe I missed one right away. What is it? 4:36. I go to 5 if you ladies my house. So cold. That's how you know she's a keeper if she'll cut and clean. I knew she was a keeper before that, but yeah, definitely. Just the fact that she loves fishing with me is awesome. I got friends who, when they want to fish, the whole time their girls texting them, "Are you almost done yet? Are you coming home?" I thought they'll say, "Okay, we'll fish until 3." and it's like 2:50, and their girlfriends text them or their wives text them, and they're like, "I thought you'd be back now." It's like I said I'd leave at 3 and I'd be there at 2. They got something important to get to, I get it. But when it's just like, I want you here, like, come fish with us then. Fish just surfaced right there. I thought I saw my rod bend, and then I saw a fish surface. I thought it was like, I thought they were connected, but I guess not. The wind is just constantly making them bounce. Yeah, I love to fillet fish. Joanne said I love to fillet fish. I do too. I got a private lake I fish where there's no limit on crappie. There's actually a lot of smaller crappie, so they're fine with you taking some out. And I filleted 84 fish one night. And the only thing I didn't like was that I was up until like 2 a.m. or later playing. It was crappie and I think one big old reddy or something. Mostly crappie. I filleted like, I believe it was 80 fish. It might have been 90. Either 84 or 94, I can't remember. But it took a while. The crappie are pretty quick, especially with the electric fillet knife. I used to always use just a normal knife, and that's what I'm going to use for the trout tonight. I don't use electric fillet knives for trout, but if I'm cleaning like a whole limit of crappie or a whole bunch of sun, I'm usually using the electric knife because it's quick. You just zip that chunk of meat off. You don't worry about gutting them at all. You just zip that chunk of meat off, zip the skin and scales off, flip it over, do the same thing. You got 2 good fillets. And I just put them all in like a bowl of water, and then at the end I make sure to wash them good, and then I cut the ribs off. Now, if it's just a few big crappies or sunfish, I do like cutting the head off, scaling them, and frying them up whole. That's like the old-fashioned way to do it. That's definitely good. There's a lot more flavor in them when you leave the skin on that way. But when it's a bunch of them, that's too much work. And I can only do that a few times a year before I get tired of picking the bones out of my teeth. Later, Coastal. I can't believe as soon as I came out here and cast it out on this side, literally hooked up right away and then lost. Like hook set, fought it for 1 second, and it just shook the hook. I set the hook quick because I don't want them to swallow it. But I guess if I'm keeping them, it doesn't matter if they swallow it. But then you don't know if it's a trout for sure, because earlier I got that catfish. And I don't want a little catfish to swallow the hook, and then I have to cut up this tiny little catfish. I love catfish, and they're delicious when they're small, but I'd rather let them go just for, so there can be bigger catfish in here. I've never caught a big catfish out of this lake. My biggest catfish is out of my the lake across from my parents' house, and it was like 8 pounds. Or my biggest channel cat, 8 pounds. The ones out here are all like 2, 3. You're lucky to catch a 4. In a few minutes, I might recast one more time, and then I'll just chill and just let the rod sit for the last little bit because that one's out too far. That line is super slack. This one, there's a chance this one got a bite. I saw it bouncing for a second. So I'll check them all and recast them and just sit here for the rest of the time. Okay, then do a catch, clean, cook video next. I should. I have one, but it's from when I first started, and so it's long and boring. And then I have that Trout Dean video that has 13,000 views. These fish, I'm cooking them at my girlfriend, so I probably won't do any catch, clean, and cook. But I've got some recorded catch, clean, cook content in my hard drive, so I definitely eventually will put that out. As far as panfish, trout, maybe even catfish. I've got some footage of me cooking some gar up. But I definitely will try to get some footage of that, especially it should be easy with trout. You know, one of these days when I go out and slay the trout and I don't end up live streaming, or even if I do end up live streaming, hopefully it's not so cold that I have to put the GoPro away like I did today. And then I get some footage of the clean and the cook. I try to get that clean footage to not be so bloody. I've been freaking out about that lately. I don't know. YouTube's kind of freaks out about blood. They've been targeting hunting channels lately for having too much graphic content. But I don't know. It's easy for them to say if they're a bunch of like computer people who sit at home and they have always got their food from the grocery store and everything. But when you go out and harvest your own food, there's going to be blood and guts. That's just how it is. And all that food that they, if they're not vegetarians, all that food that they eat from the grocery store has been slaughtered and, and butchered. So there has been blood and guts involved. But they're more like, I just don't want to see it. It's like, well, that's just part of life. If you're eating food that comes from animals, there's going to be blood and guts involved. I don't know why YouTube freaks out about it. My guess is like PETA or somebody complained to him, like, there's too much blood and guts in this stuff. And it's like, okay, I get banning animal cruelty videos. That's one thing. If someone's kicking a dog, don't put that video on YouTube. That's going to make people mad. But if someone's filleting a fish and there's some blood, that's like circle of life. My bait, I'm still using power bait. I've got a yellow, a pink, and an orange, I think. I'm actually going to recast them now. They just sit out here for a minute. Let's see if I do tend to make noises sometimes. My girlfriend has not texted me and said she's arrived at my house, so I think I got a few minutes. I'll probably stay out here till 5 and then leave no matter what. So 15 more minutes. I'm going to reel these in, check them, cast them back out, and then just let it sit for 15 minutes, and hopefully I get one more bite. I got a feeling I got at least one more bite coming. I just have to redeem myself and actually catch it. So let's get these rods in, cast them out one more time. Oh, I'm stuck in the weeds. So many weeds in this lake. So this one has a chartreuse on it. So like the same color as my hoodie, same color as my rod, like a safety yellow, like a highlighter yellow. Oh. This one, which is surprisingly not stuck in the weed. This one has the pink on it. It has a little too short of a leader though. If it were up to me, I'd make the leader longer, but I don't have, my hands are too frozen to tie a new one. So I'm not casting very far at all. I'm hoping they're pretty close to the dock. Later in the season, I do cast a little further out because they've moved around, especially if it gets warmer, like into the spring, they will be deeper. This one should have orange on it. It does. Yeah, chartreuse, orange, and chartreuse, pink, and orange in that order. And they are floating unscented trout power bait. Today hasn't been a great example, but it normally works incredibly well for me. Tomorrow I will be back out here fishing with this stuff, and almost certainly live streaming as well. And freezing my butt off. And then there's a chance tomorrow, if it's real slow, then I'll go to the other lake. And hopefully no one's in my spot. I like to fish there. I've had some real good days out there as well. Actually, the first time that I heard they stocked that other lake, it's even smaller than this, so I guess you can call them ponds. Small. The first time I fished that other one, it was every cast. I mean, before it would even hit the bottom, they're slamming. I couldn't believe it. I had times when all three of my rods were going at once. And then I got to the point where I had two rods just sitting there. I just kept casting out one and hitting them like crazy. Which is how my fishing for sunfish goes when it gets warmer. I find out where they're chilling at, especially when they're on beds, and I'll throw a worm out on top of them with a weight on it, and they hit it. I've got some live streams. I've got one live stream. It's called Winning a Tournament by Catching Pigs. It's 10.5 hours long. And I do catch some catfish and some other fish in there, but mostly sunfish. And for like 10.5 hours straight, I throw it out, bam, fish. Throw it out, bam, fish. I caught, I think, 270 or 280 fish in that video. But at some point, I'm going to put out a video where I caught 250 something crappie. So I did. There was one day where I caught 250 something, 254 or something like that crappie, and I still haven't edited that. I don't know how you edit that type of video, but that's on my list as well. I got a lot of content that I just haven't edited yet. Just tip your pole on the rail and the wind can't confuse you. What do you mean? The wind's been confusing. It's going to change that. Sorry, I had to scoop my little bucket over. I just want one more fish. I got 10 minutes, 11 minutes. I just want one more. Where my girlfriend is? She said she left. Oh, it was only 20 minutes ago she left. It takes her 30 or 40, and she had to stop at the gas. I just want one more fish. I can end it after that. That wind is going nuts. What do you mean tip your pole on the rail on the one? I got two on these nine. There's really no other way to set them up. So cool. So cool. Oh. What was that? What was that? I thought this one was getting a bite. I swear. I'm just waiting for Bodog to say, "Oh, you missed one." You've ruined my trust, Bodog. I'll never trust you in a live stream when you say I missed a bite. Never again. I'm surprised. Whether it's rain, wind, cold, whatever. At this point, I won't even see a bite because So I did catch a catfish today. It was pretty small. I let it go. And then, I've lost a couple trout and I've missed several bites. All I'm going to have to show for this day is these 3 fish right here. 2 nice rainbows. So, it's starting to get dark and I'm about to have to go inside because I'm cold. My girlfriend's coming over. I was hoping to get one more fish. And I did just recently miss a bite on this rod here. I'm fishing with power bait. That's all I'm doing. I'm just fully hoping tomorrow the bite's a little better. Anyway, KC Fish Page, I'm wearing your hat right now. If you guys haven't checked out the KC Fish Page's channel, please do so. I'm trying to turn so you can see the hat. I always get turned backwards with this rear-facing camera. Yeah, this hat's fire. I'm wearing it a lot. I'm just trying not to get power bait or blood or trout milk or anything gross all over it. But yeah, check out his channel. He catches catfish, panfish, bass, everything. Fishes from the kayak, from the fin. He's the unofficial state record holder for long-ear sunfish in the state. He caught a tank and then didn't know that it was a record. And he cut it up and used it for cut bait, I believe. That was out of Table Rock, right? Fishing in a hurricane, brave man. Oh, you don't even know. One of these days, I'm going to get around to editing a video for this stuff. It was hailing. We had lightning. There was tornado warnings, and a conservation agent came out. And everything. And I caught at least 40 trout that day. That's when the bite was on 5. I think I was getting bites as the conservation agent was talking to me, and I was just like, he's asking for my social security, and I'm like, dude, I just want to read it. So, guys, 5 or 10 minutes, and then I'm calling. Everyone, cross your fingers that I catch one in this last 5 or 10 minutes. Once that slime gets on clothing, it can be a pain to get out. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I didn't even think about the fish slime. So you got slime, blood. Probably not mud today because everything's probably frozen. But lake water, gross power bait. One of those male trout I caught was freaking slinging its trout. All types of gross stuff that I need to try not to get on this crispy, clean hat. But I'm ballsy. I'm wearing it anyway. I wanted to represent your channel, man. And it's a nice hat. Just a nice hat all around. I think I'm going to end up putting one of your stickers on my truck. I do believe so. And then the other one, it's either going to go in a tackle box or I'm just going to save it for now, or it's going to go on my fish freezer, which has fish and bait and stuff like that. I'm so cold. More fish. Yes. If I get this fish in my life, wait. Is it a trout? No, it's a freaking catfish again. Another catfish. Well, I was hoping I'd have something else to bring home and grill up, but it's just a catfish. And not one that I want to keep. This is even smaller than the other one. The other one was in that questionable range where some people will keep it. I definitely wasn't. This one is a big dinker. So I might have said this about the other one, but this is the official president of the itty bitty kitty committee right here. No. If it swallowed it, I might have to keep it. I don't know where the hook is. Nope, we're good. Have to let that thing go. It's got one whisker that's like half missing. I don't know what happened to your whisker. Like this one's fine. That whisker got damaged right there. Laugh channel still saying Modog, Modog, Modog. Yeah, my two keeper trout today were definitely from the spot Modog. Let me get this one back right here. I don't think we had any like mods in tonight. Casey Fishbait might be a mod, so we have a lot of people sharing links, but hopefully next time. What's up, UKC Fishing with Big Dan? Just got a tiny little fish right here, little catfish. Trying to catch some trout. I'm gonna let it go. So lost a few trout, missed some bites. I got a sunfish and two trout on the stringer. Caught two catfish, and I'm only going for like 5 more minutes. But thanks for coming in, everybody. He said, "Damn, I mean, right? For real, you just had a bite on the left." Oh, really? I don't believe you. Wait, which one is left to you guys? This one? That's stuck in the weeds. That one's in the weeds. All right. I fully don't believe you, Modog. He's like the boy who cried wolf, but he's the boy who cried rod bait. Bro. 5 more minutes. No! No! It's not even going to be worth 5 more minutes if I can't get the bait out. My hands are completely fucked. Frozen bland. Frosty snot rockets, guys. I need to cast further than that. I'm casting like 2 feet out. So now I don't know, guys, especially like Modog. I don't know tomorrow if I'm going to start by casting out here, if I'm going to start by just dropping down. I might start dropping down in the hole tomorrow. I'm stuck in the weeds again. All right. I know we only got 5 minutes, so I'll go 1 more piece of power. So cold. I don't know why this line will not stay tight, and it's like 2 feet out from the top. It's best of both worlds. It's halfway between dropping straight down and actually casting. Oh! None of those rods are casted out very far. They're all just a couple feet out from the dock, which is so cool. By the fountain? No, for real. I don't know. I don't know, Bodog. I got trust issues with you now. I probably did. I go back and watch these live streams and I see Mr. Waits all the time. It's probably while I was wrestling with that monster catfish. I'm frozen. She's not. I might go 8 more minutes. I might go for 5:10. That's as far as I'm going. I'm going to 5:10 and call it. I'm going to get another one in 8 minutes. It's so impossibly cold. Someone else is just showing up. These people must all be dressed warmer than I am. I'm fine with the cold. I'm a snowboarder. I do fine with the cold. I'm wearing a tank top, a white hoodie, and then like a fuzzy jacket. Not very. I don't even know if you call this a jacket. It's more of an overshirt. There's not even like a hood on it or anything. Button up fuzzy shirt. What I'm trying to say is your boy's cool. I'm chilly right now. So total fish land for the day is like 2 of those. I'll be back tomorrow though. My one goal tomorrow is gonna be catch more than 5 fish. And I'll be out here for longer tomorrow. And while the sun's up, but in the morning it won't be. It's gonna be freezing. I might come out here at like 7 or 8. I doubt I will. I'll probably sleep longer, but there's a chance. And it's a weekend, so I'm just gonna live stream whether people join in or not. I don't know if you guys are wanting to see me fish more tomorrow and redeem myself from this slow day. But I don't really have many complaints. I broke a couple rigs off. I lost some fish. Didn't catch as many as I wanted, and I'm cold. That's it. I caught 3 different species. I caught 5 fish. I had fun. I got to hang out with you guys. Probably get some watch hours on the channel. Whatever. Hopefully entertain some people. So I consider it an all-around win in my eyes. But yeah, I'm going for 5 more minutes and frozen. Frozen. Bro, hosey. I think I've decided. I think next Tuesday I'm doing video reactions again. Unless I have any genius ideas. And I've got like 5 more mystery tackle boxes in the box. Some are old. I found 2 in a box from who knows how many months ago. That'll make sense. If you guys get the bass ones, I've got some panfish and trout ones. That'll some stuff you guys. It's doing sir. It's not even bidding. It's dancing. Sorry about the wind and the bad audio. Grandma Modog wants your digits, brother. She said, "Oh my, how old is that cutie?" Thank you, Grandma Modog. I appreciate you. My heart belongs to the fish, though. My one true love is out there swimming in the water. It's my next PB. I don't know what it is yet. But I got a date with her soon. Oh my goodness, it's cold. That's hilarious, Modog. I'm 26, by the way. Oh, we almost lost the game. The wind's getting so strong that my backpack's not holding this tripod. I need to check the wind and see what's up. If it is, I'm bringing like some bricks or something to hold down this tripod. Ooh, it's chilly. OMG, she's laughing so hard right now. Only a couple minutes, and I'm gonna have to pack up, guys. I'm going to dinner with my mama and my girlfriend. My dad might come too. Who knows? I never know what that man's up to. She said, "Hope your girl has hot cocoa for you," because I would. I don't know. I'll tell her that. I'll definitely tell her that. That's very sweet of you, Grandma Modog. I could definitely use some hot cocoa. Anything warm right now. My hands are froze. They are firmly in my pockets. I thought it was a bite. It might be a wind again. I think I may have just missed one. That is depressing. That is depressing. I just missed one. Well, guys, wish I could have caught more fish for you guys. Cute little catfish today. Put my power bait away. I'll be right back out here tomorrow morning, so you guys can see the redemption video tomorrow. Make up for lack of limited. Goodness, it's cold. So before I end this thing, I just want to say thank you everybody for watching. Hello, Manel. How are you doing? We got two nice trout, pretty trout. And I got this bluegill right here. They will make a good dinner. And then tomorrow I'll be back out at it. Try to keep 4 more tomorrow. That made her day. First from winter storm. Yeah, Dixie. It's literally the first day that it snowed this year. And the high today is like 40. And I froze my butt off. Thanks for coming in, Dixie. I'm actually just getting ready to end. I'm going to reel my lines in. And if you guys want to see me fish again tomorrow for some trout, I will probably be in the same location. So I'll be fishing here. I'll be dropping down in that hole in the dock, seeing what I can do, and then I might go to one other lake. So I'm going to have to end the stream and start it back up at the other lake. So thanks, everyone, for hanging out. The total today was 2 catfish, 2 trout, and 1 bluegill. And then I lost 2 trout both at once. It was a double up, and I missed several bites. So I do have some fresh energy and tomorrow I'll be catching some more as well. They're going to get grilled up. If I catch any more panfish, they might get fried. Thanks for joining in, Manel, Dixie, Modog. Let's see anyone else who's still here. UK, if you're still in here. Thank you, everybody. Hit that like button. I think the fish are done for me. I got to get inside and get warm. I'm going to call my girl as soon as I get off here. But thank you, everybody, for hanging out. Had a lot of fun. And we'll be right back at it tomorrow. Appreciate you guys. And hopefully tomorrow I catch some more fish. So thanks for hanging out. I really appreciate it. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Same place in the morning. And I'll fish until at least noon, maybe a little later. So once again, thank you, everybody. Hit that like button. And I hope to catch even more tomorrow. Thanks, guys. I'm going to go ahead and end the stream now. Appreciate everybody hanging out. Hope everybody has a fantastic night and a great weekend. And